Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Starting off the morning with a car accident. Same location as the other one. Not too sure what happened. Not too sure like what took place.
Good morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, I did a video last week. A gentleman talked about cars speeding down Blue Hill Ave. This is the same intersection. Speed definitely is a factor, I have to tell you.
221 Blue Hill Ave.
221 Blue Hill Ave. So I'm not too sure like what took place.
Charlie 111 tomorrow morning. Good morning. Harry 435. 435. Ocean Or, good morning. I'm first up at Butler this morning. Good morning, ma'am.
I'm not too sure what happened here again. I don't know if this car, if she was coming out of her parking spot and this car went around her and clipped her. That's what it looks like. Looks like she might have been just coming out of her parking spot and the car clipped her going around her. That's what it looks like. I can't be sure. But right now, we're just speculating. That car definitely hit her, though. Not too sure why and how.
Good morning, ma'am. The 802, 808, 809, and 810 are Ocean Or. Good morning.
Yeah, these cars might as well just turn around because you're not going to get through there at this point. Yeah, Boston EMS and Boston Police arriving.
Harry 436, Ocean Or, good morning. Good morning, ma'am.
So the fire department are going to clear out of here. Once EMS arrive, fire department is no longer needed, so they're going to head up out of here. If people keep their speeds down to a minimum, a lot of this stuff could be avoided. A lot of this could be avoided. If people could just only focus on what they're doing for a short period of time, a lot of this could be avoided.
Take me off 436. Direct travel.
They both got front end damage, which is going to mean that this car here is going to be, nope. It's going to more likely mean that she's at fault. The woman in the gray car is at fault because the damage is on her driver's side. They always say if the damage is on your driver's side, you're more at fault than the one who has damage on their passenger side. So I could be wrong, but I remember when insurance agents told me if the front of your car on your driver's side get hit, you're more at fault.
Bravo 101 Ocean.
So this is where the accident last week took place, right here. Check my video. You still got the same residue from last time.
Bravo 905 is dead. Sad, you want another service car?
Yeah, I'm at Edgewood, so yeah, we'll need another car.
Bravo 433 Ocean, no right, cancel.
So it's the same thing that happened last week, but different scenario.
Good morning, sir.
People getting in car accidents all over the city.
Good morning.
Just doing, I don't know if they're not paying attention, if they're rushing or not focused, speeding. It could be a combination of those. But nevertheless, they are hitting other cars. And this black car looked like it was traveling straight. This gray car looked like it pulled out of a spot into the path of the black car. These guys are sending all these cars through there. They shouldn't be sending those cars through there, but they have nobody block traffic on the other side.
Good morning. Morning, ma'am. Keep me on 1910. I'll be around Deposit Circle, please.
Good morning, Evan.
This is early Monday morning.
Thank you.
This traffic we see.
Harry 103 Ocean Nora, good morning.
Good morning.
Like I said, I'm not too sure what took place or how it happened, but
35.
Yes, sir. Can you look off the route, please?
Will do.
what that officer should have did, he should have took his cruiser that was there and parked it over there. So then you will have two cruisers blocking, but instead he parked his cruiser. What's going on, my man? How you doing? All right.
Charlie 668 Ocean Nora, code 19 Madison Square.
Good morning.
They don't understand English. They don't understand, man. It's like talking to a wall. And this dude he's just riding her back like he don't know what's going on either. Like, it's bad enough these people can't drive, but nevertheless give them a difficult task. And they can't figure it out. That's where you test people's driving skills. If they can't make a three-point turn, then they shouldn't be on the road. Three-point turn and parallel parking are the two main reasons why people fail the driving course. If you can't effectively perform a three-point turn without touching your wheels on the curb, then you should have a driver's license. And it's a very simple process. Look at this guy here, he's speeding. The one behind the van was definitely speeding. He was definitely speeding over 25.
Yeah.
Definitely speeding over 25 for sure. Now, that, like I was saying, if that officer put his cruiser, which is parked on the left-hand side of the road here, and just moved it over there, that'd be your buffer. You did a good job, my man. Good job, man. No, I was just saying, last week there was an accident at the same spot. This very same spot, there was an accident.
There's got to be a reason why.
No, it's people speeding. That's what they're doing. They're speeding. I already know.
Everybody, they should leave 5 minutes early instead of trying to rush.
They should pay attention on the road. That's what they should do. But they don't. Man, I've seen so many accidents for no reason. It don't make any sense at all, but it happens. There's no solution to it either. That's a bad thing. So I kind of figured she caused the accident anyway. One of the great cars. She just openly admitted that she was trying to make a U-turn. I looked like she was pulling out of a spot, but you never openly admit that you was going to make a U-turn in the middle of the street. You never say that, but she already openly admit that she caused the accident. I kind of figured she was pulling out of a spot, but she just said, I was trying to make a U-turn and go that direction. And that right there tells the whole story. You cut this car off, making a U-turn, which you shouldn't be doing in the first place. Take the extra time. Take the extra time, go around the block. Oh, wait till the area's cleared. Like, I don't think he heard you. He told me to let the bus through. And one thing about good hearing, I don't know how good my hearing is, but I tend to hear things that other people don't hear for some reason. But he was saying let the bus through, and the other officer couldn't hear him, even though he was probably the same distance as I was. This area here, I don't know what you can do differently to stop people from having car accidents. There's signs all around here that says crosswalk, school zone. They could put one of those boxes up that say your speed is this amount. That's probably the only thing they can do. Other than that, I don't know what else you can do. There's plenty of signs, like caution signs over here. Maybe it's not enough signs. Maybe, I don't know. But the problem is, do people pay attention to the signs in the first place? This is Blue Hill Ave, which leads right into Quincy Street, going this direction. This direction here is leading towards Dudley. But, maybe I'll talk to the city and see what they can do. I reach out to the resident resident liaison for this area. I know who she is. I'll talk to her and see what we can do.
Bravo Beach, we have it. Was it Maywood and Blue?
225 Blue.
225.
Okay, we have it. 225 Blue. One easy, one hard. Got it.
One easy. They're both easy tolls, actually. If you got all four wheels, they're both considered easy tolls. The hard tolls are when you got a completely towed up damaged car, but both of these are easy tolls. They don't know it, but these are both easy tolls. As long as both wheels all four wheels are intact, and all the everything else is intact, it's pretty much an easy tow. Hard tows are when you got the car that's, flipped upside down, one wheel off, whole side caved in, and more damage than it should be. Like I said, this wastes a lot of resources for the city of Boston. You got one EMT supervisor here. You got a Boston Cruiser over here. You got 2 fire trucks that were just left. You have an ambulance over here. 2 more cruisers over there. That's a lot of resources being wasted for literally somebody just not paying attention. You just take an extra 5 minutes. You're 5 minutes late. That's fine. It's okay. Not a big deal. You're still safe. You're still healthy. All the good stuff. Unbelievable. She said it again. She was trying to make a U-turn. You don't say that. She literally said she was trying to make a U-turn. I can't believe she said that. She said that in front of the police officer twice now. She's coming out of that spot. Wow. That's why they say don't talk to the police, because you don't know what you're saying. Now, in his report, he's going to say that she said she was coming out of that spot and making a U-turn. And there is a yellow, double solid yellow line here.
You can open it up.
Yeah, that's crazy. I would have been like, I don't know what happened. I just got hit from the side. I don't know what happened. Guys, just so you guys know, police officers, EMTs, firefighters, nurses, teachers, almost every public official, there are mandated reporters. So they have to report what they hear, and pretty much accurately as much as they hear it, they have to put it down. And whether you're saying it in a joking form or you're just saying it nonchalantly, they're taking note of that. And that now becomes almost a record. Most of the time it does become a record. That's what you said you did. Now you might change it down the line, but you already admitted it to certain people. That's what happened. So just don't do it. If I was you, I would not do it. You know how they say plead the fifth? You still have the right to remain silent. Even though you're not being arrested, you still have the right to remain silent. You don't have to give any details at all. All you have to say is, I got hit. I don't know what happened. I was coming out of a spot and I got hit. That's all you got to say. This is for future use, guys. This is a learning experience. More likely the insurance companies will figure out that she was at fault anyway. But the less information she can give them, it'll make it more difficult for them to figure out who's at fault. But forget about it. That's one of the supervisors. I think he works days and sometimes he works evens too. So sometimes he's doing like a double. But like I said, guys, try not to speed. Try not to speed. So they're going to end up towing this car here. The driver of this car went in the ambulance. So that person, they both seem okay. She was a little bit more shooken up. The other thing, when you guys tell people you were not wearing your seatbelt, that also goes into a report. Or if they can noticeably see that your seatbelt wasn't worn, that obviously goes into the report. Depends on how observant the reporter or the reporter writer is. They will put all those stuff into detail of what happened. And I just want to give you guys some early morning footage for today. It's what goes on in the city on a regular basis. And I was actually on a different assignment, and I broke away for that assignment, which wasn't too far from here, and just to come down here and check this out. It looked like she could have a problem with that front wheel too. I have to look at it from a different angle. But it looked like that front wheel could be like off alignment, like not straight. I get a chance, I'm gonna walk over there and take a look and see what I see. It's kind of hard to tell from this angle. If the wheel, yeah, the wheel look like it's definitely something's wrong with her wheel axle. One's facing one direction, one's facing the other direction. So she actually got a broken, it could be a tight rod on this one. I'm not sure. Maybe it's more than a tight rod. Could be. Could be the upper ball joint too. It's kind of hard to tell at this point. Definitely something wrong with the front end though, because it's not connected properly. It's not you got one wheel facing one way, one facing the other way. Could be just a tight rod too, but it's hard to say. The way these people are driving, they're gonna cause another accident. Yes. So it doesn't matter how you look at it, she's at fault because the damage is more on her driver's side. Now the way it was explained to me years and years and years ago when I first got my license, they said you as a driver are supposed to have control of your vehicle at all times. If you hit a car with your right, which will be your passenger side, and it all goes by how you were traveling and what you were doing at the same time. But 90% of the time, if you get hit on the passenger side, it's usually the other driver's fault. But it all depends on certain things too. Was the other car in motion, or were you doing something like switching lanes, or that kind of stuff? But when you see an accident like this, when it's on your driver's side, now this side, when you're moving, you're supposed to be in charge of that side at all times. This side, you're supposed to protect this side as well, but you can't see that side as much as you can see over here. So that's the whole thing behind that. And they say the front of your vehicle, if it hits another vehicle, they consider you at fault. Now, if one crosses the medium, that also considers another thing. He might as well tow the gray one. That's more of a harder tow. That's more of a harder tow than the other one.
Hey, listen, 24 more days, I'm done. We're counting it down, baby. We're counting it
He said 24 more days, he's done. He's 24 more days. That's like the end of this. It's like the end of this month. As a matter of fact, I think I know exactly who he is too. He doesn't know who I am, but I think I know exactly who he is. Always open towing. Give them a plug. That's why it's very important to not have traffic passing by while you're trying to tow, because that's when it gets more dangerous. If he gets out that truck and he tries to maneuver and somebody hits him, even though they see the flashing lights, a lot of cars don't pay attention to the flashing lights. That's the biggest problem we have now, is they don't exercise caution. You live off Perrin Street, right?
I live on Perrin Street.
Yeah, I know exactly who you are. How you doing?
Good.
Good to see you, my man.
Thank you, brother. You don't like working in your own community.
I hear you. Keep up the good work, my man. You're doing a good job. So they're going to tow this car first because that's more in the way of blocking traffic. And they're gonna get that car out the way later, because that one's just on the side of the road. This car is more drivable, but the passenger, or I should say the driver, had to go in the ambulance. So I guess they're gonna pull over just to check the road condition over there. They might have to put some salt down on the road just in case. The fire department did put Speedy Dry down, which did absorb most of the liquid and the oil. But Boston Public Works may just check just to make sure everything's okay. Now you got Akiki towing over there. I don't know if Akiki, those guys are not the best. They're not the best towers for some reason. Some of the tow truck drivers are, but I had a vehicle that was towed by Akiki, and I told the owner he broke a hydraulic hose on there. He openly denied it, when even the guy in the yard said it had to get pulled off there. But it cost me $60, or actually less than that. I did it myself to fix it. But the whole point was he didn't want to own up to it, and I didn't want to go through small claims court over something simple like that. But Akiki, the owner of Akiki, is not a reputable man, I should say. Definitely not a reputable man. Because if I wanted to, I could have pushed it forward and said I want to see the pictures of the truck before it got towed and after it got towed, and how could this thing break if the plow was down. And there's a proper procedure you have to use when you tow a truck with a plow on. And I know they don't know it because they didn't do it. And I have various people back that up, that they don't know how to tow a truck with a plow on it. That's a whole different story. But if you ever get your car towed by a Kiki Towing, just make sure it's not damaged, because they will damage your vehicle. And I know that from 2 people telling me that. And I'm the 3rd person telling you that, so. And if you don't believe me, you get your car towed and see what happened to it. Like I said, these guys are always busy. You should change the name from always open to always busy, or always towing. Instead of saying always open towing, just put down always towing, and that'll cover everything. Because they're always busy doing something. This is what you call a hard tow. Well, you can still tow that with the wheel lift. You just gotta line it up. But this would be considered a hard tow because of the wheel alignment. Now, if she was smart, she could have them put it back in that spot and have her own private tow take it. But she's gonna have to pay for 2 tows because they're only gonna take it to their yard unless she has a designated spot where she wants it to go to. Now, if she tells them right now where she wants her car to go to, more likely they will tow it to that yard. But if she doesn't, they're gonna tow it to their yard. You got to pay their fee plus their towing. And then you got to pay another fee for having it towed to another yard. Now he's driving that truck off without tying on the wheels. Hopefully he ties on the wheels, but he's not. That's another DOT violation, is whenever you tow a vehicle, the wheels, matter of fact, all 4 wheels should be tied to the ground or to the frame of the truck. Now that's another issue with a lot of tow truck drivers. They don't want to do that. And about 3 years ago, a tow truck was making a turn and he flipped the car off the back of the flatbed because it wasn't strapped down. At least this gentleman gets the back wheels strapped down, so that's a plus on his behalf. But actually, it's supposed to be all 4 wheels will be tied to the bed. I don't know how it is in Massachusetts, but I'm pretty sure it might be across state lines, all the same policy. I gotta check it up under the DOT rules. Is all 4 wheels supposed to be tied to the bed of the truck or not?